The colonial governor's proclamation arrived on a data crystal, sterile, and final. All unclaimed alien juveniles are now classified as surplus resources and shall be liquidated through systematic auction. This is necessary for planetary resource optimization. Liquidated, auctioned, as if they were spare parts instead of lives. James Hartley read the decree 3 times, each word a hammer blow to his chest. He'd come to Kepler Station as a hydroponics engineer after losing his wife. What he found was a community of orphaned alien children. Young Jin Kai with their luminous eyes, juvenile Vrel with their gentle tentacles, hatchling Keth who chirped like birds. They had nowhere else to go, so he'd taken them in. 37 children across 5 species, living in his converted warehouse on the industrial sector. He'd spent his entire salary on food, medical supplies, education software. It was enough to keep them alive, barely. It was never meant to be permanent, just a bridge until proper welfare systems were established. The governor had made it clear, those systems would never come. James contacted every aid organization, every legal body, every official channel. The response was identical. Alien orphans had no protected status. They were property of the colony. The auction was legally binding. So James did something that terrified him. He stole a cargo transport and loaded every single child aboard. The alarm system screamed as he lifted off, as the colony defense grid lit up the sky. His hands shook on the controls. He was a botanist, not a pilot. He had no plan beyond run. But as he watched Keeper Station shrink behind him, he heard the soft sounds of children waking in the cargo hold. Confused, frightened, asking if everything was going to be okay. Yes, he lied, because that's what parents do. The Vexthrani intercepted him 2 hours out. Their warship emerged from FDL space like a predator, weapons hot and targeted. James transmitted his identity, his coordinates, everything. He had no illusions about escape. What he didn't expect was mercy. The Vexthrani vessel hailed him. The Admiral's face appeared on his screen, ancient, scarred, formidable. You are the human who steals children? I'm the human who refuses to let them be sold, James said quietly. If you're here to return me to the colony, I understand. But I won't go quietly. There was a long silence. Then, open your cargo bay. We are boarding. James's heart stopped. This was it. This was where it ended. The Vexthrani soldiers who entered were nothing like James expected. They moved with purpose, but no aggression. They swept through the cargo hold, taking inventory of the frightened children, examining them with something that looked disturbingly like care. The Admiral himself descended into the hold. He stood before James, towering and terrible. You risked everything for these? The Admiral asked. Yes, James said simply. The old Vexthrani's scarred face shifted into something that might have been a smile. 30 years ago, a human merchant saved my daughter from slave market. Gave up everything. We never knew what happened to him. He looked at the children. I see him in you. Everything changed after that. The Vexthrani didn't arrest him. They provided asylum. They established a sanctuary colony on an unclaimed world, providing resources, infrastructure, protection. Other species heard the story. A human who broke chains for alien children, and they came forward with their own orphans. Scientists, engineers, doctors volunteered to build something new. Within a year, the colony had grown to over 2,000 children from a dozen species, thriving in an environment where no one was considered surplus. James's warehouse became a school. His hydroponics expertise fed the growing population. His willingness to see each child's individual worth became the foundation of an entirely new society. The Kepler Station governor tried to reclaim the children through legal channels. The Vexthrani responded by cutting all trade agreements with the colony until they recognized orphan rights. Within months, every human colony in the sector had revised their laws. On the sanctuary colony's first anniversary, James stood before the assembled children, human and alien, young and learning, and realized something profound. He'd come to this world broken and alone. Now he was surrounded by family. The Admiral approached him that evening. Your sacrifice changed everything, the old Vexthrani said. My people will not forget this. James watched the children play together under alien stars. Different species, different worlds, but bound together by one human's refusal to accept that anyone was disposable. Sometimes breaking the chains meant building an entirely new world.